Hello YouTube and welcome to my long dark. My name is Jokin Jake and I'm doing a vanilla interloper run just to see how far I can take it, and I have edited the runs as well to try to cut out some of the boring parts and make some of the parts of the video like just easier to watch and basically focus on like exploration and going places rather than like looting of the places. But it's just my vanilla interloper run. I do play on console. I'm a console player. I love the PlayStation. We are here in Ash Canyon, and we're over here, as you just saw, by the Miner's Folly cabins. And the plan today for this video is to go from here to the Climber's Cave. I will be checking for the hammer, but sometimes there is a hammer there, so let's go in here. Yeah, I should have just harvested that ptarmigan right there, should I? Yeah, I should have. Let's go back and harvest the ptarmigan right here in the outdoors, because that's actually probably a better plan. I do remember kind of running into Boris the bear last episode. There we go. So we got 30 minutes here. So 26 minutes, so I can get one feather real quick. So let's do that real quick. All right, we have that. So I'm gonna eat it up here. Eat that meat. We have the water that's boiled. We have 16 minutes on the fire. I suppose we could just keep it going. Actually, let's see what it would take to make the improvised insulation layer. So we have enough ptarmigan down. We actually just need some more cloth. So let's see if we can get some more cloth by harvesting up some of the... Okay, we have socks we can harvest. Let's do that. That'll give us 3. I believe we need 4 cloth. And we can harvest these mittens here. I hear a noise. Okay, and we can harvest the ragged sweatshirt. This should give me plenty of cloth, and then I'll just make sure I have some bandages as well. Do I have a sewing kit though? I do have a sewing kit. Okay, perfect. Alright, we're going to go ahead and craft up the improvised insulation. Going to go ahead and throw that on. And look at that. That went from 9 warmth bonus to 13 warmth bonus, so that's an addition of 4 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we have windproof bonus of 5, so an extra 1 degree buff in the windproof bonus, which is very nice. The weather still sounds a little rough, but I can't sleep anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. I should make some teas before I go though, so I'll do that. Alright, we're gonna make some teas so we can go ahead and travel. Grab those. Gonna go ahead and drink this to warm up so that way I can travel. And I can't remember if I looted this Miner's Folly cabin over here, or is it the what is this one called? I can't remember. If a memory serves me correctly, I can't remember what it's called. Go up here real quick. I don't have any potatoes on me, which means that I probably did not go into the house, because usually there's like 3 or 4 potatoes. The only issue entering the house that I can tell is that I would have... So I'm actually gonna do that real quick. Is that a deer carcass? Sometimes the bear can be over here too, so just kind of proceed with caution. Looks like a doe. It is a doe. It's a doe, a deer, a female deer, and we have some free feathers. Absolutely, let's grab those. Now, if we put the fire down here and harvest, which I'm not sure that we'll be able to, because the carcass is frozen. Carcasses more than 50% frozen cannot be harvested with your bare hands. So we got some time to kill. So what we can do is make that improvised head wrap right here. Look at that. And then we can take this and we can harvest this up. Go ahead and grab the meat. 57 minutes until ready. That stuff. But what I was going to show you is that if you do take the time to harvest, afterwards you'll have more crow feathers you can pick up. So definitely be on the lookout for that. In this case, it was one more crow feather. So. Well, can't win them all, I guess. At least we have a full belly, I guess. We have 24 minutes on the fire. Gonna go ahead and trade in some of these torches. Oh, nice. That's definitely a win right there. And I could make more rose tips if I wanted to, but... Hey, look, there's the bear. Well, we missed him completely. Cool. I like it. 2 down arrows on the temperature meter, so not bad for traveling. Obviously, the ptarmigan detour would have... it would have been a lot better if I wouldn't have done that. No moose that I can see, so that's all good. Gonna hop in here real quick and see if there was something that I left in there. I cannot actually remember if I did or not. I feel like I remember going in here, but I don't remember what I did. I probably should have got one more
get a lot colder soon.
ptarmigan down. What am I doing? My goodness. Actually, yeah, I should, because you need 5 ptarmigan down for an insulation layer. What the frick is that? Why do they put noises in there that like scare you half to death? Like, I know the bear is all the way over there, but it just sounded like he was right up on me. It's crazy. Okay. So we're gonna begin the walk to the ropes over here that are connected to the high meadow, I believe. It's very nice of Hinterland to let us play their game and record it and publish it, like, you know, with our own little spin on it. You know, technically it's their game, so they could tell us we couldn't do that if they wanted to. Couldn't reproduce it. Like, you'd have to just tell a story of what you did. Could you imagine? That would be crazy. That would not be as fun to watch either. You know, as someone just tells you what they did instead of showing you. But what's funny is that a lot of times when you're watching YouTube and stuff like that...
Anything for a drink right now.
Oh, really? Alright. When you're watching YouTube, you're watching creators. I mean, if you have premium, like, I'm sure a lot of us have premium. And... you know, we'll just turn the screen off and listen to them, because it's like, I can't sit there and watch every single video.
To escape this cold.
Yeah, I'm watching it at work, or I'm watching it, you know, while I'm driving, or watching it while I'm playing a video game, stuff like that. So, actually don't watch the entire video. It's just playing in the background. I'm sure that we have a lot of people that do that, called second screening. I swear that music is like really loud, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to wait to see how it turns out after I'm done recording. Seriously, the Aurora. How cheeky is that? I'm gonna get in here, make a fire real quick. Now that I know we have an aurora, it's gonna be unlikely for a blizzard to hit, right?
Just want to lay down. Okay.
Okay, sweet. We're warming back up. Since we are, go ahead and harvest and craft some tea. Sorry if that's not the fastest way to do it. That's just kind of how I've learned. And again, I'm on console, so wow. Seriously forgot I had that on me. They get you with that all the time because you're not used to like having the animal fat on you, you know? What am I doing? I should have ate that potato. Oh wow, look at that. I have no water left. It's crazy. I don't like the way the aurora makes the torch look. It is a little painful. Is there anything? Sometimes there's a blue flare in here. Looks like there's nothing in here today. Gonna go ahead and drink this. And then I'm going to carry this one and get 2 torches. Nice torch. Very nice. Not so nice, but it's okay. Okay, so in case you didn't know, up here is pretty much predator free once you get past the bridge that we just crossed. So it does sound scary, but it's actually not, it sounds scary, but it's not threatening per se. So we're just gonna go ahead and follow this little lake or whatever you want to call it. Not really a river. It doesn't really make sense how the water in this game works, honestly. You know, not every, like, in real life, not every lake you came to would be frozen like that. Especially nowadays. I mean, you know, how deep is this? It doesn't look like it's that deep. You think it's going to be frozen solid like a solid sheet of ice? Absolutely not, dude. So, there's some realism for you. There's some bunnies over here that we could capture. Also, we could go that way. We could go that way over there, the way I'm looking. To go to the Homesteader's Respite. However, we're not going to. That's just going to add like another day or two to our journey here. So my plan is to get to the bunker tonight, and I believe I can because I have 75% of my eye meter left. I've had hit and miss on these bunnies lately. Geez, I am really failing at picking up the sticks today. My apologies. And that's the other thing about making these videos is, like, do you really want to watch some guy run around and collect sticks, you know, for hours? I mean, I don't have a computer, so the way I pick up a stick is going to be a lot less visually stimulating than it would be if I was on a PC. Not that I couldn't get a PC, it's just like, you know, I've already invested in the PlayStation, so why spend all the money in hopes that I would grow a community around wanting to see me when the likelihood of it failing is quite high. So anyways, I don't know where I was going with that comment, but apologies if that triggered somebody. I love Ash Canyon, first thing, in a run, because you can go right away and get the backpack, which is very beneficial to a run because the lighter you are, the faster you move. The faster you move, the less time you spend in blizzards, you know, yada, yada, yada. So, this is the part of the run which is going to actually kind of make us tired. But if we look hard enough, we can see that little cabin down there. So I'm gonna, that little cabin right there where my little cursor is, right there. That's the cabin. And the way we're headed is, see if I can make it all the way over there, where the bunker is. So, alright, let's go down. Actually, let's drink a tea real quick. It's still hot, so we're good. I'll catch you at the bottom of the rope. And here we are at the bottom of the rope. Weather has been, maybe I shouldn't say this out loud, but the weather's actually been fairly decent to us right now. So, one good thing about the Aurora here is that it will make the moose that's always over here obsolete. Which is nice because you have to do a lot of crouching in order to avoid the moose. And it just takes extra time. The other thing that's not so nice about it is that you're gonna have wolves. I wonder what I could use that rope for. So, okay, the hammer's not there. I think that might be a bad sign, honestly. Because if I go all the way to the summit and the hacksaw's not there, then that's just a wasted trip to the summit. Although I will get a fire striker and I have a chance to get a flare gun. But I could get another pair of crampons, which, you know, if that's the case, it's pretty much gonna be like, it was all for nothing. Because then you gotta get back down. Yeah. But I don't have a hacksaw on me, so, alright, I'm gonna catch you at the bottom of the rope. Alright, anyways, as I was saying, I don't have the hacksaw on me, and I know I would have had it on me if I would have found it at Mountaineer's hut. So, another fail on picking up the stick. I was doing so good with it the other day. I think it's because when I run, I have the muscle memory for when I run, picking them up when I run. Wow, that's a huge buck over there. Jeez, it's huge. And we are definitely not going the right way that way. So I do believe there's only 2 outdoor beds in the Ash Canyon. I would have to double check on that, but that would be the one over there by the Miner's Folly cabins, and the one that's kind of over here on this side of the map. Sort of, yeah, by the bunker. Yeah, because now we have the bunkers in the game, so it would be over here by the bunkers. We have some cattails to harvest over here. And then before too long, we'll be in the Climber's Cave, which is where we'll warm up again. There will be no animals that we're going to be able to kill and harvest up, so during the Aurora. So no bunnies and no ptarmigans. I believe there is wolves over here. So if that's the case that we run into wolves, then we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with them. We do have a chance to get coffee over here at the Climber's Cave, which would be immensely great. I'm sorry. I don't like the sound of the Aurora. Look at that, it blew my torch out, those freaking bastards. I have a flare. I do have a blue flare. Okay, good. So we are sort of protected here. And I don't smell, which is good. Gotta start that other fire, though. A condition draining. There we go. It's gonna start draining. So
if I don't warm up soon.
every minute, every real life minute, right? That's what we need to figure out. Oh, look. We're starting to warm up, so that's good. Okay, so the fur will take us up 18 degrees, which in this case is good enough. Um, Nothing there. Let's check something real quick. It burns with an aromatic glow. That's hilarious. Lump of coal. Very descriptive, you know? Okay. Hour 45 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And then I'm gonna cook a potato. That will give us some increase in our warmth as well. We have plenty of time on the fire. So let's read a book here. We already read those books. What the frick, man? Okay, so this is gonna provide us extra warmth as well. And then we can cook 33 minutes on the fire, so let's cook, yeah, let's cook a mushroom tea. I like it. We don't have water, so we just need more water. And make one more tea while we're waiting. Okay, this is the part where we get a storm. So we're gonna have to get over there pretty quick. Apologize for the background noise if you heard it.
Getting kind of thirsty.
All right, so this is the part where we're gonna get a blizzard as soon as we step out of this cave. We can all hear it a-brewing. Drink that tea real quick. I'm gonna drink that tea real quick. That's gonna give us a buff. And then, oh, okay. I'm not gonna drink that because that would be a waste of a buff. But we can drink it in like 3 or 4 minutes, which will add 2. Put one stick on and take a torch. Drop any torches that are too low. I'm not gonna take that. I'll take both of those. Okay. This torch will probably blow out, unfortunately. I'm just used to hugging the wall because of the moose, but I don't see them there right now. I don't hear or see ptarmigan. Hey, look, more mushroom. I will grab it. Not that I need it. I don't know if I need it or not, actually. I think that gives me, yeah, just one. So I got an uneven amount of mushrooms. Okay, the music is scary. I mean, it gives me anxiety. It's not scary, but I bet you if somebody scared me in real life, I bet you I'd jump. Our eye meter is not doing that bad. Yeah, so we're just gonna follow that path there, take a right, and then we're gonna hop off this ledge. That is a ledge you can't go back up. If we look behind us, we'll see there's no way of going back up there. So it's a one-way ticket. We're looking for a log up ahead, which is the next part of the journey to cross a pretty big divide here. There's the log. Sucks that I'm doing this at nighttime. I think if I was to redo all this stuff, I'd want to, I like editing out the parts where I do literally nothing, but the parts about like editing, like talking on the fly, like talking while you're doing it is, I think, pretty immersive, but you got to be able to kind of hold your own there, like, because you can allow moments of silence to just go for way too long. Okay, so we have one feather. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it's usually about the time that I pass that carcass that my torch blows out. So I'm gonna hug this wall here to the right to see if I can stop the torch from blowing out a little farther. But we are almost to our destination, so it's actually not too bad. Not too bad if it blows out, is what I was trying to say. We're gonna end up losing the fire anyways, because there's no way I can sustain a fire where I'm going. Actually, that's a lie. I suppose I could go stay in the outdoor bed instead. Yeah, I will do that. I will stay in the outdoor bed instead of, instead of the bunker. I will check the bunker first, though, since we're already here. Okay. See that wind? That is a no bueno, boys and girls. Okay, so the objective from this part is to basically,
Water.
you want to make it from the bunker to the cave leading back into the Timberwolf Mountain. I said the Timberwolf Mountain, not sure why I did that. We have 2 arrows down, so it's not too bad. Could be windy, blizzardy with 3 arrows down, I suppose. And it is midday, so not too bad. Okay, so that's the direction we came from. And this is the direction that we are gonna go. Okay, so here's the bed, the outdoor bed I was talking about earlier. I've never goated down, but it looks like you can go down because I believe that's where we would go. I'm gonna try to go down. I've never done this before, but I have a band-aid on me, so I should try it. Just because I'm curious about it. Okay, so that's literally all it is. Okay. Yeah, I could definitely probably do that a little different. Although, that drop-off right there looks pretty steep. Here you go. Here's another one-way ticket. Just didn't want to get a sprain there, but looking back, we can tell that you're not going to be able to go that way. So if you're coming from the opposite direction, this is sort of like a dead end to you. You could go that way, but that's not going to take you anywhere. I don't know why they did that. I hear the crows. Okay, so you want to go this way, up over the log. Can we get... Okay, you can't go that way, but you can go this way, though. Not sure where that is down there. Long way down, though. I was thinking it was somewhere, but I guess it's not where I was thinking it was. Okay, so here all we're going to do is we're going to stay to our left. Not sure where that goes, to be honest. Okay, this is the... Okay. There's a container under that log. Under that log. I believe there's a container here, yeah. Probably will have nothing in it. And I was correct. Oh yeah. There could be a moose over there. Believe that is him off in the distance. That's him right there by the tip of my thumb. If you hang to the left here, right alongside the wall, you should be okay. I wanted to get some cattails,
I can't think straight.
In this current situation, if we did aggro him, I could probably run back to the way I was going. He has a pretty... He has a pretty large aggro range, so you gotta be careful with it. You can de-aggro him. If you catch it fast enough, you can de-aggro him by moving the same way backwards that you came. Yeah, okay. There's also this trick right here where you can throw a rock, and that should force him to run. Okay, there he goes. Horrible visibility though. I could never probably use that in a video. Just be careful because he'll run back as well, so it's a temporary relief is what it is. That moose has been there every time I've come this way in the past, like very recently, so if you're watching this and it is 2025, then you'll know to look out for that guy. He's probably gonna stay there for a long time though, so. And we've made it to the cave. We're gonna leave Ash Canyon, and the weather did not favor us with some good visibility, so I could kind of show this way of it, but here we are on the other side of this cave. We are now in the Timberwolf region, as you can see on screen. I'm gonna go ahead and put a fire. No, I'm not. I'm gonna, as you can see, I really need water. The teardrop meter is yelling at us. It's all red. So right now, just to tell you where we are, we're in Deer Clearing is what it's called. And if we keep going to our right here, we're going to find another cave. With it being so close, like in between, there you go, Deer Clearing. With it being like in between midday and end of day, chance for the fog to lift and to have a really nice night is pretty high. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can make a fire in this cave to try to get the weather to change. That could absolutely backfire on me too. We could end up with a blizzard. So, and I got an hour on the fire, and technically I'm outside, so I can read another hour. Try to read in order to make the weather change here. And what do you know? Did not work perfectly, but it did actually work a little bit, so that's good. Okay. We can go ahead and drink. And then we can go ahead and eat. Hopefully I find a can opener at the summit. I don't think I will though. I'm gonna have to end up cracking open these cans, I believe, before I'm ready. Unless I get to the summit and we have a hacksaw. That's the only way I'll be able to get around it. Okay, so with it not being very visible, it's gonna be a little bit hard to kind of go through how I get to the summit. And there is a wolf in the way. But the normal way you go, there's a bear in the way. So you can kind of pick between what needing to. Let's pick up a rock just so we make sure we have one. So we're gonna pick between going that way there to my right here by the torch, and then we're gonna go this way here to my left, kind of through this path here through the deers where they ran away. That way to my right is going to give us the option of dealing with the bear. This way here to my left is going to give us the option of dealing with the wolf. So either way, you kind of got to pick your poison. The bear is not guaranteed. You could go to the summit and not have to deal with the bear at all. So yeah, that is true actually. Very true. I am so bad. I pick up literally every stick. Alright, good to know we have some saplings there. I can't remember if I have saplings curing or not, to be honest, in this run. Okay, there's the wolf I was talking about. Would be nice to find one more birch bark though, honestly. He's sounding off for us. That's not birch, that's a stick. He hasn't seen us yet, which is nice. So we're gonna continue. refresh the torch. Okay. Okay, so after refreshing the torch, we're going to continue up this path. And if you startle the wolf, you could get a nasty surprise. So, yes, definitely keep an eye out here to your left. Okay. He hasn't seen us yet. And looks like we avoided the wolf. So it's nice to know that you can avoid the wolf. Usually when I see the wolf, he's sort of on the crest of that hill there. Okay, so a couple things before we go. Okay, I have my crampons equipped. I wanted to make sure I did. So we're just going to go up this hill as high as we can. Alright? Then we're going to go to the right here. We're going to go to the right, or you could say goat to the right. It's what they call mountain goating, or simply just goating. If you do call it mountain goating, it could be because you're trying to be funny or something, or you just kind of new and you just prefer to say mountain goat, but most people just say goating over here to the right. And as you can see, you can kind of see where we're headed. Chance of getting a sprain is kind of about, I would say, 50-50. By kind of just slowly pressing to the left as well as pressing forward to see where that opening is. So we're going to go over here to the trees where we can collect some more rose hips. Okay, the temperature is not being favorable to us. But it's not like awful either, so shouldn't complain. Literally, I grab every rose hip. I notice that about myself. I literally grab every rose hip. We're just gonna hang to the left here. Alright. All we did with that is we just avoided the bear, I believe. Okay, yeah. Just hang sharp left, and you're gonna do like a U-turn. You could probably avoid that U-turn, I would imagine, and come down this way. However, not for certain, so I will have to try that next time.
Can't feel my feet.
Okay, and we're going to be goating right up here, which is going to take us to... Oh, crap, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's something ledge. Obviously, this would be a lot better with coffee. And as you can imagine, the last rope climb up to the summit is going to take like a quick minute. A hot minute, you could say. So, that rope climb right there was not too terrible. And as you can see, our eye meter is right there at halfway full. So, we don't have time to stop for anything else. Okay, secluded shelf. I was way off. This cave right here, not necessarily a straight shot, but I haven't found coal in it the last couple times, so I'll catch you all on the other side. All right, here we are on the other side of that cave. And I apologize for not showing off the cave, but honestly, the music is just blasting in my ears. It's just not, I just don't want to show it. It's not visually stimulating. It's not as stimulating as this. Like, this is pretty. You know what I mean? Look at all those sticks right there. My goodness. Okay, so we have a choice we can make. We can collect all of those mushrooms. There's a ton of mushrooms here. Usually there's a carcass over there we can harvest. Refresh the torch real quick before it gets too late. And I'm running low on torches. And I am going to start freezing here, which is not good. Okay, so we could do all that stuff, right? We could go in here. Sometimes there's a book in here, though, and sometimes there's food in here, too. Let's actually check for that. Oh, a flare and a book.
Hope nobody
Oh,
needs
yes.
this anymore.
Absolutely. Oh, nice. Summit Soda. Hey, how nice is that, dude? Okay, so we're gonna pop our Summit Soda. Haha, we're gonna pop our pop right before the rope there. That is probably one of the longest ropes in the game. And we have barely just enough eye meter left to make it up. So this is where the crampons are gonna come in real handy. And actually I'm probably gonna drop some weight here because I don't think I'm gonna make it if I don't. Don't think I'm gonna make it if I don't. Kind of debating that fact, honestly. If I don't make it, I could always make like a little, let's see, what are they called? A little snow shelter, yeah, so. 41 sticks, yeah, that's just a little bit too much there. We're at 70 pounds now. The thing about dropping all of the weight is that if I don't find the hacksaw, well, even if I do find the hacksaw, I'll still have to spend the night in Mountaineer's hut, so it's going to need a lot of fire, so I shouldn't drop too much fuel for the fire. Okay, so our crampons are really doing us a really big favor right now by actually reducing the amount of drain that we have from climbing by like 25%. Now that our eye meter is under 25%, it's going to stop working. Come on. Oh, that was a mistake right there. There we go. Okay, that should be enough stamina to get us to the top. Oh, forgot to pop my Summit Soda. Okay, let's try this. Wow. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. And I guess we have a stem we can pop in case we need to. So, all right, let's do this.
I'm too tired to think straight.
By the power of Grayskull. I'll be damned. We did it. So the game was nice to us, I guess. I do believe there is a book in a cave over there. There is no bed in that cave, though. Or else I would have slept in it already. That's the only way I know. There is wolves up here. I'm not sure how it works with the aurora going on right now. I believe they're in the spawning phase, so we could be kind of screwed here. If we start a fire at the entrance of... Oh yeah, they're there. Alright. Okay, so... Gonna have to light that flare. Well, hopefully we can get a fire started before they see us, though. I mean, I doubt it will happen, but we could always hope. Yeah, he's right there. We just, literally, I think we just made it. There could be another one here too, though. You definitely need to be on your guard. I haven't died to one yet, but I have been attacked by one. Absolutely not worth playing around with it. So we have the flask.
I think I can use this.
So I went ahead and used my accelerant. Yeah, I went ahead and used my accelerant. I thought it might constitute as an emergency of sorts. Alrighty, so unfortunately we did get the spawn with no hacksaw. Very unlucky. And the fact that we have wolves here and it's an aurora, even more unlucky. We're heavy, we're cold, we're tired. We got a lot going wrong with us right now. The main thing right now is to get back to safety in the cabin. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft up some rose hips. Although I am technically losing condition. Not gonna be losing as much condition as I would be losing if I was freezing and tired, so hypothermia risk is going down there. All I really can do is take torches, although I'm not going to be able to use them. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to depart, and then I'll catch back up with you. I'm actually not sure exactly how safe that was. Oh wow, the heavy hammer can be up here?
Just what I need.
Dude, I almost totally missed that. I didn't know you could get the heavy hammer at the summit, so... Well, that's good. That takes care of one of our problems. That makes me happy. I'm not going to do myself the disservice of finding the double crampon up here. This should be a good find, though. Yeah, we got the guns, and... That's it. Are you kidding me right now? Okay. Alright, I am going to show you the correct way to go. Sometimes I try to take shortcuts, but long as we don't get into a struggle, should be okay. Believe we got to go this way. Well, ordinarily I would go around the rock. However, due to the situation, I'm just gonna go this way. Okay, cool. We're good. Alrighty, just the name of the game here is just nice and easy. You want to crouch and go forward, crouch, kind of go forward like that, you know, just like a little bit. You get on one of these rocks right here, the chances of getting a sprain seems like are less. I'm not sure if that's been scientifically proven. Okay, yeah, see, I was in the snow. Let's just heal that up right quick. There's no sense in suffering the torment of a frickin' awesome. Perfect. Worked as intended. So we can actually see where we're going here if we look closely. Over in the distance, look up at the top of the screen, you'll see the little shield icon all the way directly beneath it, like sort of like right there is like where we're headed. So all right, hopefully that gave everybody kind of well, and then I just continue to move. So no, oh dang it. Haha, that's funny. I should have held on to that. That would have made a good clip. Okay, yeah, so then I continued to move the wrong way. So you do need to swing around to your right at some point. Just a little look as to where we've come from. There's the plane up there. I know it's hard to see. I apologize for that. So we're just going to swing around to our right here. Perfect. We are going to have to pass through wolves on our way back. So, and we have the Aurora bear that's already spotted us. Well, the good news is that he can't get us here. So. Okay, he stayed that way. Yeah, I feel lucky to have found the hammer. I guess I didn't know it could be up there, so that's good to know. Not that I'd want to go up there for it every time, though. That's a little bit ridiculous. Probably going to get a lot of sprains going this way. Awful, awful, awful. Well, I apologize for that. Okay, looks like we found a way down. Okay, there's a sprain right there, and I have no more Band-Aid, unfortunately. So if we do get into trouble, we're going to have to pop a stim and light a flare, all within a matter of seconds. Okay, we got no Timbies, which is like a blessing. Well, alrighty then. We done made it, y'all. That's what's up. I'm warming up too. Oh, heck yes. I'm gonna go ahead and sleep here. And once you know, as luck would have it, the aurora has ended. However, looks like we're getting pretty cold, so I'm gonna go ahead and light the fire. Can use our fire striker.
So cold.
Okay, finally got a fire going after I failed about a gazillion times. 9 hours. That should be good. Sleep for 10 hours. Very strange. The fire itself acts like an outdoor fire. As you can see, I only put 9 hours on the fire. Oh, but I didn't sleep for exactly 10 hours though, according to the water. Alright, I'm gonna grab all my stuff and head back. Hopefully we can get to the Pleasant Valley farmstead before I run out of food. Or at least past the plane, so that's the hope. Actually, I haven't really checked my food other than just in the quick radial menu, so I'm not exactly sure if I have enough food. Yeah, I didn't think I had a pry bar on me. Well, that's unfortunate. That's some good food right there. Alrighty. We are on our way to the Pleasant Valley farmstead. We are up out of here. That didn't take too long. We've been to the summit. Really didn't get what we came for, which means we're gonna have to go back. This is the area I kind of got lost in on my way here in a couple videos ago. Man, those wolves, man. Jeez, give it a rest. So we have this right here, which is like a piece of a plane. Then we have that piece of the plane right there. And then we have the wheels. So the way out is you can kind of think of it in a straight line because you have that piece of the plane right there all the way beyond. Just ignore that one doesn't count. But if you go to the wheels, say we're at the wheels and we look sort of straight back, although it's not an exact straight line, you'll see that other piece of metal. But if we go to the wheels and we look straight back, we can see that piece of the plane right there. So that would be a straight line in between 2 points. That's what we would consider that straight line. And then off of that straight line, you want to hang a slight left. And that's the way out. Very good to know in a blizzard, because if you're in a blizzard, if you get caught in a blizzard and you're trying to get out of here, you certainly can get lost very easily. Granted, if you're in a blizzard, you're not going to be able to spot the other part of the straight line, but you will be able to kind of guesstimate which way to go, you know, based on the wheels. So it's just something to consider. That's how I do it. And I do play on PlayStation, and my game has a tendency to crash.
Anything right about now.
As I'm leaving Timberwolf Mountains. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a little fire here, and I'm going to pass time for an hour, and then hopefully that'll save the game. Yeah, I know, that really sucks. I hate playing like that, but it's essential, or else I just have to do that entire thing again, all the way from where I was sleeping in the Mountaineer's hut to where I am now, so. But I'll catch up with y'all. Alrighty, and the game did actually crash, so good thing I freaking saved it. Can't believe that. My calorie store is very low. I'm gonna have to smash open a can. Wow, that's just awful. If I smash this can open, it'll give me the added bonus of warmth. So I guess that's what I'll do. Alright, we're gonna fill up my calorie store. It is very bright out. And we're gonna try this again. We made it over to the other side. And I just want to get to another save. As you can see, now it's snowing. It was bright as day outside last, and then now it's snowing. So I'm gonna get to this little save point down here and then call it a day. There's a way to go down here as well. However, you could get a few decent sprains. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the rope, as it's just gonna be faster and I will get no sprains. I mean, honestly, this is faster than going down and I don't get sprains. Now, if my eye meter wasn't as full, then yeah, it wouldn't be as fast. So, alright, here we are at the bunker. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a save right here. Thank y'all for watching, and if you liked what you saw or want to get notified of when I upload another episode, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. Thanks, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.